Good morning. Today I am going to talk about connected cars, and I am sure you will enjoy my presentation, though you may not be able to go back to your office and design and manufacture a connected car. So I am going to speak, which is going to please all the quality professionals. I see Mr. Sriram as one of the quality professionals here, because my speech is structured on 5 Ws and 1 H. It's about what is connected car, why it is needed, how it works, what is the future, and who are the beneficiaries. So what exactly is the connected car? Probably all of you have already heard from the speakers, but even then, I hope it is easier for the people to connect when I say the connected car is similar to your smartphone, and the present cars which are running on the road is similar to the ultra stationary, always black, fixed landline phones. I am sure some of you, the ones who belong to the Gen Y, may not even recognize the black instrument on the top left. So why it is needed? Why the connected car is needed? If you have seen the last 10-15 years, it is a have breakfast or be a breakfast kind of a situation in the business. Probably 10 years back, if you ask who was the biggest camera makers and sellers, you'd say Sony, Nikon or Canon. But now when I made this slide, it was Nokia. Then it changed to Apple, now it is Samsung. That is the way the things are changing fast. And the biggest music retailer in India is not HMV or T-Series or Sarigama, it is a Airtel. They still continue to be, they have not yet changed. Who will be the biggest competitor for Lufthansa or Singapore Airlines? It is HP or Cisco. You may be wondering when HP or Cisco started manufacturing aircrafts. They are not manufacturers of aeroplanes, they manufacture excellent video conference equipment that has cut down the business travels most. Similarly, we don't want to become the breakfast for the technology for the smartphone. That is why we are talking about the connected cars, where the car industry can survive for the future. So all of you heard about Gen Y, because the new customers are the generations who belong to Gen Y. If you know, we means I belong to baby boomers, born before around 1960s, and then we have Gen X for quite some time, who were born till 1985, and Gen Y is the present generation who have never lived in this planet without computers, without internet, without smartphone. They are all Gen Y, and they are the ones who are going to be our customers for the future. So if you don't meet their taste, probably we will also become a breakfast. So when you go and buy a car, maybe the people belong to my gen, that is baby boomers or Gen X, we always say that the car should be big enough, the engine should be powerful, the car should be silent, it should be fuel efficient, it should work, it should start, it should not leak. That is what the requirements if you buy a car. But if you ask the present generation, what do you want from the car? They say that that car should have an internet. That car should tell me the parking availability facility. I should be able to make an emergency call. I should know the imminent failure that is going to happen in my car. That is the expectation from the car from the Gen Y customers. We have to meet their expectation, otherwise we cannot sell the car. So how it works? The car essentially becomes a place what you do in your home or office or when you are with your friends, plus it makes you all the way mobile and connected. So that is a connected car. So whether you are in your office or in your home, it is the same condition. Whatever you can do in your office, same thing you can do when you are in the car also. That sounds interesting, but how to do that? Already all the world is wired, and we are just going to extend the wiring to our cars. Either it will be done with the connectivity provided by the car manufacturer or with the dear iPhone which all of us have. All of you know and vaguely remember B2B, B2C, etc. when the internet was beginning to happen and the connected cars are bringing it again. The essence of communication will be M2M, that is machine to machine, which is likely to generate more revenue than B2B or B2C. The love affair between the man and mobiles is the strongest in the history, which has killed many relationships. man had before, like the landline is gone, Walkman is gone, the last one to go out is the telegrams. I guess we, the car industry, is also feeling threatened, and since we cannot beat this, we decided to join them. As of now, the built-in system like OnStar or Sync provides a connectivity, but Gen Y doesn't like anything to be pushed into them. So we are working on providing the connectivity with the instrument, any instrument which you will carry, like your mobile phone. The connectivity or the talking will be between V2V, that is vehicle to vehicle, or V2I, vehicle to instrument, that is your instrument, your iPhone or Galaxy, or V2X, vehicle to any third-party system like Wi-Fi. So you may be wondering what is V1A. It is not V1A, it is via. So B2B via V2V. Huh? So don't be thinking what is VIA. There are plenty of apps that are available now. You can unlock the cars. Already morning they talked about switch on audio before you leave a home. For example, there is an Elentra apps available in our Elentra car, which gives you all the details about the car. If you do not know how to defrost the car, you can check on the apps and it will guide you how to defrost the car. It gives the history of the service records of the car, when is the next service due, etc. Of course, all these are coming free. Only thing you have to do is to buy an Elentra. Then all these things will get free. So what are the benefits of the connected cars? There are plenty of benefits, some of which you already heard about. So briefly, I talk about parking. This one feature of the connected car is going to stop the frequent fightings I have with my wife. She always prefers to go to T Nagar. People are coming from Chennai, I understand, for shopping because it gives a lot of alternatives. Silk sarees, jewelry, good eating places. But I also know the immense damage it can do to my purse. So I always say no to T Nagar because there is just no parking places. She even suggested me in a serious and proud manner, the guys who designed T Nagar had anticipated the parking space squeeze many years ago. That is why they made a Panagal Park. You can keep moving and circling in your car around the Panagal Park, and I can finish my shopping in a quick time and join you in 3 to 4 hours. But the apps that are available now can solve such a big marital problem. It's a big problem that can lead to divorce. Now, each parking slot is fitted with a chip sensor and it can communicate with your car where the nearest vacant parking space is available. If you want, you can book the space as soon as you receive the message, and the space will be allotted to you from that nanosecond. And even you don't have to pay to the guy there for parking and argue with him to give you back 1 rupee or see the video of Kareena Kapoor or Andrea. The amount will be booked into your mobile monthly bill. Now the one reason you give for hating to go shopping with your wife is gone. And more importantly, your wife is going to love you more for these amazing parking apps available in your car. Auto mechanic, how wonderful it will be to have someone with you to remind all the mundane things you in life, like go for servicing your car today, you're going to have a flat tire soon, the engine oil is going to go dry, your driving is not good, you are feeling sleepy, etc. This is what the present technology and connected cars can do. If you ask me, fine, this help is okay, but the guy can fix all the reminders he is dishing out, like changing the engine oil. I'm sorry, still the technology is incubation or IVF. But when CI holds the next seminar titled Connected and Assisted Cars, sometime in 2 years from down the time now, we will have a mini robo ready for you to do all the things necessary. So you don't have to even worry about changing the engine oil. Next is car is your finance minister. You're going to have one more finance minister with you. One good thing the connected car will have is the total expenses you incur on, be it parking or toll or gas or service. All the billings will be based on the actual usage up to the minute level. So if you park a car for say 1 hour 15 minutes, you pay for 75 minutes only, not for 2 hours the way we do now. And also it can give you the split up of running cost, parking, maintenance, etc. This will help you in having the control on expenses. Mobile Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard of the famous tagline like the city never sleeps. So also your car is going to be, it will never be sleeping. The car wakes up in your garage and looks for all the updates and grabs the latest software updates via Wi-Fi. We car guys gonna like one more feature, that is the dreaded recalls. Normally we hate recalls, but now we are going to like recalls. We can directly communicate with the cars and fix any problems without even the customer knowing it or without visiting the workshop. So when we communicate with the car, we know that it reaches 100% of the intended cars. There is no need to give advertisements in the newspaper and also get a bad press also in the bargain. I am sure there will be some activists group to object the whole thing being done so secretly and may even file a case against auto manufacturers, but let us see what we will do to overcome that also. There is a new concept car sharing apps available. Somebody has already mentioned in the inaugural address. It's not about pooling the cars. It's called apps called Zipcar. So you can look for a Zipcar near you and you get a message it is parked in the place nearest to you. You go to the car, show your smartphone, then the car opens and you drive and drop in a place where you want to go. And based on the time and distance you use, the money will be debited to your account. No need to fill the petrol, no need to clean up the car, no need to service the car, and above all, every day you can flaunt a new car. These apps are already available in some places. The best is yet to come. The automobile industry has been a favorite whipping boy for all the bad things that is happening to Mother Nature. We are unnecessarily blamed for global warming, though it is the non-vegetarian eating people who is contributing to the global warming. Similarly, for all the pollutions, we take the blame. But believe it or not, we have improved many folds, be it the engine management or the fuel burning or afterburn treatments. In fact, in places like Srinagar, we breathe in polluted air, and through our emission treatments, we give back better quality air than the ambient air quality in that place. Similarly, we are going to revolutionize the power generation through connected cars. And for this one reason, Tamil Nadu will be eternally grateful to the car industry. The connected cars can feed the grid as it always produces electricity which goes waste otherwise. While the car is moving or when it is parked, we will have a mechanism to capture the excess power from the car and feed it to the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board. So bye-bye to power cuts and welcome to the surplus power and connected cars. In today's places like Chennai, you spend about 30% of our travel time in traffic congestion, traffic lights, looking for parking places. If you are traveling in a peak time and traveling into the city business centers, the time can go as high as 50% of your total traveling time. The connected cars will reduce it to less than 10%, and it will reduce the accidents also by more than half. And also it will take away all the stress of driving, owning the car, maintaining the car. There is a thing we're talking about is that when all the cars are connected, there is no need for signal on the roads, because each car will be talking to the another car and they can just drive smoothly. So we will not even have a signals in the roads. So challenges, obviously anything comes with the challenges, but we love challenges, the auto guys. The connected cars offer a great opportunity because it can generate the combined business volume of Apple, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Samsung, GM, Toyota and Volkswagen. This is quite a big opportunity. We, the car industry, is the only industry that have survived the onslaught from the smartphone makers, service providers, internet and social networks. That seems to virtually go now as we step in more aggressively to make the people stay connected even when they are on the go. The concerns, this is the marriage of two giants and we are not sure of their children. But the car industry is known for creating many firsts. We are the one who started the awakening of the slumbering customers and helped them to establish their rights. We made advocates and lawyers as an attractive profession through many famous litigation and product liability cases. I'm sure all of you remember Ralph Nader. We are the one who created him, thereby giving birth to emission regulation, crashworthiness, product liabilities, recalls, etc. It's not such a difficult path for automobile industry. It's not such a difficult path for mobile industry compared to the automobile industry. So far, mobile industry has never faced any kind of a big problem, except that there are rumors that it might cause cancer, but not proven. It might explode on your face, but it is very 1 in a billion case. But car industry is very veteran of facing many things, so we can give that expertise to mobile industry. They will not have any problems. Safety, already we talked about safety. We are already booked if a policeman finds us using mobile phone while driving. Now we are asking you to surf, text, key in data, etc. How can this happen? The only solution is voice controls. Voice controls keep you engaged to the cars with your hands firmly on the steering wheel. And also there are apps available that finds you sleeping or drunk and that won't let you drive the car. So the car is becoming a safer. JD Power reports that speech activated navigation system record the most satisfaction among the car users, and the voice controls keep on improving day by day. People who are using the iPhone 4S or 5, they are familiar with the Siri application. The Siri application is like you can talk to that, like you talking to your wife or a girlfriend. And also that is improving day by day. When Siri was introduced first, and if you say that I feel like committing suicide, that apps immediately say the nearest available bridge is this. But also now they've improved. Now the Siri doesn't answer like that. It says, no, no, don't do. You are, without you the world cannot live. All those counseling happens. What I mean to say is that even the speech activated systems are improving day by day faster than the car industry. Remodeling the car industry. The car industry is more than 100 years old, but it remains the same. The core of the automobile is an IC engine. We were so far a very close society with only us, the auto guys, the dealers, and the part suppliers in the whole business. Sometimes we take the customers also. But the things are changing and we are also opening up. We already have successful passenger cars which do not have an IC engine. The car Tesla is 100% electric. It runs only on electric motors. And it's as good as any 300 horsepower car. Similarly, there will be changes in the dealership model also. Nowadays, when you buy a car, the dealer person spends about 15 minutes or so explaining the features of the car and hands over the keys. But with the connected cars, the sales guy needs to be a geek. He has to spend at least 2 hours or so explaining the connectivity programs, what to do in case of a crash of the program, not crash of the car, and how to reboot, etc. So he needs to spend at least 2 hours. The cars are also getting into a relationship with a completely different background. It's like a baby boomer guy marrying a Gen Y girl. The cars are used to last for a few years before a new model comes. And mobiles change every 3 months. Car industry never followed the Moore's law. That is why maybe it never crashes or hangs suddenly. But this is going to be the marriage of the two completely different industry, which changes every week, which doesn't change every year. These are some of the challenges. Who will pay? The car industry works on the concept of there are no free lunches here and for everything you have to pay. The mobile internet society gives away lots of freebies and the customers would look to continue getting most of the services free of cost. So how these two industries will merge and emerge, we have to wait and see. A totally different approach in these two industries. The future looks beautiful and bright for the connected cars. The overall percentage of the connected cars is less than 20%. You may be wondering, oh, already we have 10% of the cars connected. So even the present car, which is a Bluetooth connectivity, I call it as a connected car. Not the way I'm talking about explaining. Some of our cars, whether it is i10 or i20 or Elantra, the higher end cars already have a Bluetooth connectivity. So overall in the world, 10% of the cars are connected. Now probably it will grow to 90% by the year 2020, which is not far away, 6 years. The fight is always on. There is a lot of development and improvement take place in the products, services, technology, and we, the customers, are ultimate beneficiaries. Take it in any industry. Maybe it is Amitabh Bachchan versus Rajesh Khanna, or closer home, Rajinikanth versus Kamal Haasan, or in India, Hyundai versus Maruti, or in the world, Coke versus Pepsi, or Windows versus Apple, or iPhone versus Galaxy, whenever this kind of fight take place, there's a lot of improvement in the technology, there's a lot of improvement in the services. So the future war will not be between the car models or the car manufacturers. Luckily, we will be out. But which car is offering which system based on the success of the car will be decided. Like already we have a OnStar or Sync system. So which system, the fight will be from GM versus Ford to Sync versus OnStar. Already people talked about self-driving cars. So self-driving cars means the connected cars need to be self-driving also, otherwise there is no charm. Whatever, like I explained to you, the connected cars, in self-driving cars, you can do whatever you are doing at home, in office, with your friends, or in a movie theater, whatever you are doing, you can do in the self-driving cars. Like you sit in the car, say that you take me to Sri Perambudur, I want to visit Hyundai Motor India. It will take about 1.5 hours. So I sit back and enjoy the movie, and the car will take you to Sri Perambudur. So we always have been discussing why the God is so unfair to business professionals. Only 24 hours are available in a day. Why can't we have more hours? Now the connected cars with the self-driving cars, instead of 24 hours, you will have 48 hours in a day. That is what it is going to be. So whatever you're doing in the office, you can do in the car while traveling. So wrapping up, this is from my personal experience. I am sure it is for many of us who belong to my generation or X generation. The Y generation maybe may not be able to appreciate. Y generation also, there was an explanation why they are called Y generation, Gen Y. We have been discussing Gen Y since the morning. You ask them anything, their reply will be Y. Okay. So where did you spend the last night? Why should I'm as a parent asking my daughter, where did you go? Why should I tell you? Who are your friends? Why should I tell you? So this is why they call Y generation. I'm sure the Y gen will appreciate this. There was a time I could not live without my radio. So ever since I remembered, maybe the way back 7 years or 8 years, I could not live to start with. Then came the handy transistor, on which I used to listen to cricket commentary continuously for 5 days, not T20. 5 days I continuously remember hearing 5 days without any break. I hated when the batteries dried out. After that, the TVs came, the relationship changed. I started loving televisions, and this lasted for a while. Then Walkman came, iPod, internet, dumb phone, all were inseparable part of my life. Then came the smartphone, and all the other things have become non-existing, including the near and dear ones. I am sure the connected cars will make everything irrelevant, as it is going to give you all the things the smartphone is giving you, plus it gives you the space. I mean the physical space. Gen Y always says, give me space. We are going to give you a lot of space, as well as mobility. I am sure the next few generations are going to fall in love madly with the connected cars, much more than the present generation that is having a great time with the smartphones. So thank you very much for listening.